is to make customer feel as though the company is speaking directly to them, and as well as customer expect unique experiences and personalized content from the companies. Because of this, business must live up to expectations to see the benefits like conversion, lead nurturing, customer retention, higher revenue, customer engagement and feedback, and etc. Here are three brands that are already implementing personalized content experience in their marketing. Amazon, Starbucks, Netflix are example of this. Next, I invite Tanya to do the rest.
Experiential marketing. Experiential marketing is a trend that focuses on creating a brand-based user experience and not just a product-based one. Experiences vary by brand and the sector, but corporate events, webinars, competitions are some of the most common examples of experiential marketing. Next slide. Here you can see some points of effectiveness of experiential marketing. When we talk about why it is so effective, experiential marketing serves for customers to engage with the brand and experience its values and responsibilities. Experiential marketing should form part of any brand's marketing strategy, no matter the size of business. To be successful at experiential marketing, business need to know their audience and define clear and measurable objectives for their experience. Over to you, Kaushi.
Thank you, Tanya. Now let's discuss about the next marketing trend, which is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is a type of social media marketing. This involves endorsing products by the influencers in social medias. The influencers are the people who have high number of followers in their social media accounts, such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Um, I can illustrate two examples which I have come across recently for this influencer marketing. One is Daras. They use the service of influencers to promote their campaigns such as 1111 sale through the social medias of the influencers. Another one is Marmite, Breakfast Kriyanvitya. They also used recently to promote their product using influencer marketing. So this technique is more effective as this type of promotion can act as a social proof about the product, since influencers interact with the general public at large. So over to you, Isuri.
Thank you, Kaushi. Live video. Another recent market trend in current world. When a video transmitted through the internet in real time, called live video. Why people are so much interested in live videos? Because they feel that they are also a part of it and can influence the content actively rather than passive watching.
Recording in progress.
Based on research evidence, people are watching 3 times longer live videos compared with the pre-recorded ones. Next slide.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay, Sachin. So, live videos become more effective in marketing because they capture social platform using YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and etc. Also, it creates fear of missing out feeling on viewers, which is people feel that they will miss important part in the video if they do not watch the video continually and never going to know about missing information in future again. Also, when compared with other marketing trends, live video is cost effective. Here are few examples of most viewed live videos in 2021. In these examples, Birchbox YouTube live video showed practical dress up on applying mascara to introduce their new product and gain huge fan base during the short time. Thank you, and over to you, Ranesh.
Thank you, Sri. I'm going to explain about new social media trend. Video content and social sellings are the most trendy new features on popular social media platforms. With the rise of TikTok, video and live stream have become more popular than ever. Indeed, Instagram launched in 2020. Social sellings are the Facebook launch shops, e-commerce website, and direct online purchasing platform. Next, we are discuss the effectiveness of social media. Based on the market research, audiovisual content is 40 times more likely to be shared than the non-audiovisual post. Video is the most clicked type of advertising, better than the text and images. 80% of consumer refers to watch the video rather than reading the contents of purchasing of the product. And also marketer can use the video to plan their marketing campaign. Under the social selling, marketing research shows that 87% of consumers believe social media help them to the buying decision. In generally, consumer would research the product looking at review and content before purchasing the product. As an example, in China, 70% of Gen Z consumer purchase the product directly through the social media. Over to you, Kalne. Thank you.
Next marketing trend is the programmatic advertising. Automation of buying digital advertising space we called as the programmatic advertising. This has become an efficient method as this uh, with these publishers and the advertisers can bid their ad space within milliseconds. Also, this method has become a more effective method as with this method, the marketers can target their best audience among billions of people. As other digital advertising campaigns, in this also, uh, in the initiative point, the marketers can uh, uh, marketers can marketers can define their campaigns objectives, KPIs, and the formats and the target audience and the prices of this campaign. And also, once the circulation is done, the platforms are work with the DSP, we call as demand side platform, and the SSP, we call that supply side platforms. After the programming, the advertisers can monitor. For example, they can see how many views they get for their YouTube channels. If there are any deficiencies, they can work on that, and if, they can take the results after monitoring those. Over to you, Anupamita.
Thank you, Kalana. Now we move on adoption of automation. Automation in marketing is the use of technology to automate marketing and advertising efforts. There are three steps to implementing automation. Firstly, marketers should map out their customer journey and sales cycles in order to identify steps that will be automated. Then set smart goals to determine the success of automation. Finally, try out different platforms.
Speak a little bit loud.
Finally, try out different automation platforms such as MailChimp for email marketing, Google Analytics for data analysis. Why it is important? The biggest benefit to automation is time saving. No need to wasting time for repetitive works. Marketing automation allow brands to reach higher volumes and increase productivity, allow businesses to collect and analyze greater amount of customer data easily. Over to you, Vendra.
Thank you, Anupamita. AI marketing. AI is often used in marketing efforts where speed is essential. AI tools use data and customer profiles to learn how to best communicate with customers, then serve them with the tailored messages at the right time without intervention from marketing team members. And the benefits of AI marketing are maintaining better customer relationship and real-time personalization, and it enhances marketing measurements. Also, it can make right decisions faster than human being. Next slide. There are the examples. Granular personalization. The Spotify uses AI to create customized playlists based on what a customer has listened in the past. It uses this dataset to create customized playlists for user and create playlists based on artists that appear in conversations. Then chatbots, they are now being used to augment customer service agents. So the customers with more basic queries can refer to chatbots which will give immediate accurate answers. Then the dynamic pricing, AI can help make brands more competitive by enabling dynamic pricing. AI platforms can suggest optimal prices for products in real time by evaluating huge quantities of historical and competitive data. This strategy has been especially effective in retail. It allows brands to adjust prices to reflect demand for certain products. Uh, Over to you, Madara.
Thank you, Venula. Direct mail. This is the last marketing trend that we are going to discuss today, and this refers to physical marketing materials that are mailed directly to potential customers' home. Postcards, flyers, brochures, catalogs, letters with special offers can be taken as examples for direct mail. And next, we'll focus on what are the importance of this direct mail. Direct mail let the marketer communicate one-on-one with the target audience. That means the company can reach the person whoever they wanted to reach. Next, the direct mail is very interactive because customers physically handle the mail and they usually look at it before deciding whether to keep it or not. So, direct mail can help to get more eyes on marketing. For example, if the marketer or the company includes a promotional offer or a coupon that requires them to do something such as bring it to a store or a restaurant, customers are more likely to keep it with them. And next importance is it can have a bigger reach. That means direct mail can also have a reach wider, also reach a wider demographic than electronic advertising if the target audience is less likely to use social media or email. This form of marketing can turn some people into potential customers when all electronic ads would have missed them completely. And it offers a lot of ways to get creative. So let me explain this using an example. In order to promote World Water Day, one marketing team sent out direct mailers with a message that only became visible when soaked in water. I think you can see that example in my slide also. And in order to experience that, people soak it in water and observe. So the brand or the product goes to the mind of the people. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very elaborative presentation with more examples, right? Other than the key points I have, sorry, I have already mentioned in my handout. I think you can see this one in the handout. If I share, right? So then you can see new marketing realities. That is we call as different marketing and business realities, different important shifts in marketing, right? So then all these things link in with that particular area, right? Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Okay, sorry for the anyway, you most of the examples you can discuss under the after the digital revolution. So it's provides so many new market opportunities, trends, considering the technological and other environmental forces, right? Likewise, some different things you can't remember in your presentation. So students can get it from the this particular slide, right? It is on your first handout. Before go through the first handout, then lecture one. So that is you can pick some more ideas. But other than the things I have already mentioned in this handout, your group actually collect so many extended information relating to business and marketing trends, right? So business trends means marketing trends, right? So no worried about the both words that we can use here. In especially when we move into the marketing field, in addition to that, you can understand other merging. You can talk under the industry convergence section and so related areas, right? Then again, you can explain some retail transformations. You have already provide so many example relating to the retail transformation. So that is also very important new trends that you can identify relating to new marketing trends, right? Yeah, disintermediation. What do you mean by disintermediation? There are two words we use: disintermediation and the reintermediation, right? Reintermediation, normally we try to understand the distributors actions, and try to use it in cost effective way. We try to reduce different intermediaries between the manufacturer and the end user, right? So that is reorganize the intermediaries businesses considering the cost effective factor. Disintermediation, it is like your examples. It's directly manufacturer sell their product to the end user, maybe online direct selling, like so many examples as you mentioned. Then globalization, it is still a new day by day it's become a new trend, connecting with the different cultures, different economic and some other related factors, right? Then the competition, it is the regulations. All these things you can consider relating to your examples as well as relating to your discussion as well, right? So anyhow, I am happy with your presentation because you've tried to find extended things rather than what I put in the handout, right? Anyway, that is different trends in your presentation you have discussed in common. But go beyond that, you can understand those trends relating to different macro environmental forces, right? So that's why we need to consider and go beyond the common trends and trends in general. And you can now touch the marketing environment forces related examples and the understanding in each. Did you go through my handout or the video last time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So what is that is the area I discussed under that particular handout, scanning marketing environment, because I want to filter some key points for you to hear. If it is not the class, maybe the electricity problems we want to avoid because through that particular things, right? So then I need to ask you the scanning marketing environment. So you learn the different, especially the marketing discipline methods, especially like marketing research and marketing intelligence to collect market information under the market MIS section with Professor Lalit, right? So in addition to that, it is very important mechanism to scan marketing environment. So considering the marketing environment, you may need to provide some answers. If you hear that one, or maybe not went through it, don't worry, but I want to summarize those things with the first half an hour, right? So my first question or my first discussion question is why we need to, or why marketer need to analyze marketing environment. Why do marketing need to analyze marketing environment? So these are the discussion questions. So you can touch here, right? Anybody else? If you didn't touch that section, anyway, now you can answer, right? To say some what it means. Satisfied customer. Yes. Our expectation is to get outside information about the consumer, what they need, what solutions company can provide. Right. So that is true to satisfy customer. But you must go think about the theoretical background and give me the perfect answer. It is important because this is the starting point of marketing. Very good, right? So who is the person? I can't see the name, right? So he mentioned then present business environment is dynamic, right? So therefore, we want to analyze that. So it's through every time you understand the marketing fundamentals with that marketing does not operate in a vacuum, right? So it's a rather in a complex, dynamic, and open to change, right? So therefore, I agree with that answer. But the main main answer I expect is to identify market opportunities. So you one or two people mentioned that one. Identify the customer buying behavior and patterns. So why we need to identify consumer buying behavior patterns and all the consumer related information to provide some or to produce some goods and services. That means we are going to introduce new product and services. So maybe sometimes we are trying to introduce what the people want to get from the company. So that is we need to understand. So that means simple mean is the market opportunity. So market opportunities are always solve the consumer problem or the market problem. So therefore your answers especially you want to consider related to that. Identify the competition and opportunities. Present business environment is dynamic. Identify needs. Everything correct. So this answer is totally correct. I don't know whether I can't see the name to identify threats and opportunities, right? So when we analyze marketing environment, especially the macro marketing environment, it offers so many opportunities and threats. So therefore, we company want to bring better opportunities. At the same time, they want to analyze threats that are not feasible to quickly capture to the company. By the way, if they can turn that threats into a better opportunity, it would be more profitable than the just we pick in the some opportunities, right? So that is important. That is the way we want to discuss this section, right? Then help to identify those internal and external factors of the environment that affect the organization ability to work properly, right? That is also true, internal and external. So simply you can remember as I mentioned in your first lecture, I think you can remember the starting point of marketing management process is to analyze or identify market opportunities. To identify market opportunities, marketer need to analyze marketing environment. Through marketing environment analysis, they can bring better market opportunities, right? So that is the answer. So based on that, I put so many answers related, the discussions relating to that one. So as you mentioned, business normally marketing people operates it's with the very dynamic and rapidly changing environment. It is unpredictable as well as decisions regarding the present marketing copies or the present product. It is not always enough to face the today's market challenge. So therefore, marketing managers need to monitor their business environment on an ongoing basis. So that is the thing. So the final purpose is to analyze marketing environment is to understand or get or identify opportunities and threats, right? Maybe the opportunity is the keyword you want to mention here, right? So then again, you can understand marketing intelligence and research provide the mechanism to collect more market information, right? So there are trends, right? So you provide so many trends in your presentation, your colleagues' presentation. You heard about those things, right? Trends, there are three types of trends. Anybody can mention there are three types of trends relating to the market operations or the marketing environment? So simply we are looking at the predictable or trends, right? Maybe marketers can predict, so then they can capture it as a trend. So trend, there are another two types of trends. Trend, then especially we can talk the change in shifts relating to three types of trends. What are the three types of trends? Maybe you can understand if you heard my video. If you go through that, right? So what are the three trends, right? Did you heard about the fact? FAD fats. Huh? Did you heard about that? Right? Look at that. Facts, trends, and mega trends. Anybody heard about these three types of trends earlier? So trends normally you heard about. You know that. So it's the direction or the sequence of events provides to the company people to capture business idea or maybe to find the businesses. So that trends provide so many new innovations. So maybe sometimes that will be company can predict, right? So and also company can get some idea to open new businesses. So maybe to improve existing businesses, right? So likewise, that is trend. Facts, that is actually not a predictable one. It is unpredictable, but it is very short-lived lived event. So that means, especially there is a many opportunities, but it has no long-term economic values. It has no long-term social and the political values, right? So that is just the good idea. So that is the faith of the organization, or maybe lack of the organizations to handle some short-term oriented businesses. Many companies introduce different facts relating to the different market condition. So if we take it's relating to the different occasions, maybe the school cricket occasions, there may be many facts relating to the hats, maybe the bands and some special things. So that is one of the example for facts. It's come a small time period. There may be a huge demand within that short term period. Company can capture that short term oriented opportunity, but it has no long term value or the significant business opportunity, right? Even if these days there may be huge demand for Korean dramas, maybe the some other rather than going with the maybe the Indian films and all these things. So likewise, that is the new trends or the new fads relating to the present market. Even some special musics, some musics time to time you can understand relating to that. That is fad, right? Good example. Can you provide some examples relating to fads? Even haircuts, sometimes you are coloring your hair, sometimes it's a straight hair, maybe the curl hair. So likewise, different companies introduce different method, different styles, fashions to the market, considering the short-term oriented business objective. So those come under the facts. But mega trends, it's from very long-term related one. So it's a larger social, economic, political changes related trends are called mega trends, right? So maybe the women in life, women in workforce, or maybe leadership, maybe service economy. Still, we are talking about these things. It normally it has not it just happened, but it has taken more a long time, maybe sometimes 10 to 15 years, or maybe still over 50 years, like that, right? So these are the three types of trends you have to understand relating to that, right? I don't want to explain two types of marketing environment definitions here. Please listen my handout. So key points I want to discuss here, right, for you to understand relating to marketing environment, right? So simply you can understand the especially the marketing system, or the simple marketing system, including the different people. So the actors like our company, or the company we are considering in our focus, then the suppliers, intermediaries, and customers behavior. In addition to that, right, so you can look at the competitors, publics, and other people. So within the micro marketing environment, other than that, there may be 6 forces you can identify under the macro environmental forces, right? So there are 6 macro environmental influences. So my question here, what do you mean by demographic environment? And tell me one market opportunity or the market trends, present market trends relating to demographic marketing environment. That is the next discussion question. Please go through this quickly. Then please read all these things in your handout. Right, these are the 6 forces. In addition to that, some textbooks mention the globalization as one of the macro environmental trend. Anyhow, you can talk to mainly 6 forces, everything connecting with the globalization. That's why we are to pay our focus to macro environment, because macro environment present so many opportunities and threats to the marketer. Considering the threats and opportunities, company can analyze their internal strengths and weaknesses by using SWOT analysis or environmental analysis, any other techniques they can use. Anyway, that is sometimes they can use Porter's 5 force model, maybe the macro environment analysis related techniques. Very popular one is SWOT analysis. Anyway, what is demographic environment? And tell me the I will show you the demographic environment definition. Then just try to give me the answer for demographic environment related new trend. So you have already presented, your group has presented so many trends. Now you can identify this is related to demographic trends. But simply you must remember, it is very difficult for us to understand it is totally a demographic trend, because it's a mix of the other demographic and environmental forces. So connecting with that one. For example, if we look at the increase in population, right? Increase in population, that is relating to the demographic environment. Connecting with that, you can see the increase in population use so many products and services, maybe the packaged product, and maybe so many consumable items, and then they release all the litter to the environment. So that is connecting with the natural environment, right? So the natural environment, it will increase the pollution level of the, at the same time increase in population, that will leads to the depletion of resources, right? That is the other trends we can see relating to the connecting with the demographic environment with the natural environment. And also again, to reduce and avoid that particular environmental problems, government and the authorized agencies and bodies need to introduce rules and regulations, right? New rules and regulations to reduce pollution, reduce or maybe secure the scarcity of resources, right? So therefore, company need to think about that one. So at that time, we can connect with the political and legal environment forces, right? Then the economics. Then if the increase in population, that will not support to the people to get more products. Sometimes inflations and their spending patterns, they spend a lot of money for the consumable items. So that will connect with the economic things, right? Madam, what is mean by demographic geographic change? It is geographical change. Change means actually the city density. Sorry, that is the geographic location. It is the locations related things, right? So that is location. Demographic is it is linked with the human population. Always demography means population. Population means consumer. So connecting with the consumer is again you can made up market, right? So demographic trends relating to the human population, but geographic, that is physical location related changes and the differences we look at as under the demographic things. But normally demographic environment force is not here. We are talking about demographic. Geographic is not we are considering here. For the segmentation part, we use demographic geographical characteristics. But demographic, it is the people or the human population related one, right? Do you understand the chat box you put? Who is that, madam? What is mean by geographic change? Geographical changes, you know that. the geographical changes, especially maybe the climate change, right? So those are the changes you can understand relating to geography. Maybe the density, janaganatve, minisunge changes. Maybe the geographical shift from rural to what is the urban areas. Maybe the one country to another country, like Sri Lanka today. Many people wants to go abroad, right? So that is geographical shift related change, right? So that is relating to that one, right? Understand? Yes or no? Huh? Are you here? Yes, right. Thank you. Then demographic changes. What are the new demographic changes or the trends? You can just tell me because we want to go to the new section today.
Madam, today in the workforce, we can see the female representation is high. Is it relevant to this demographic environment?
Very good. Yes, continue. Yes, that is the trend. Very good. Because increasing women participating what? Workforce. That is the idea. Or even increasing women participating in education, higher education. You can see the today's higher educational population. Maybe it is more than 60 moving to the higher education in, ladies or the women population. Decrease in men population in higher education sector. Even the when we look at the what is the job positions now. There is a increase in demand for women, men, but there is a huge doubt because many men are not ready to go that position. They are not starting to comparing comparing with the men, women's population. So they are not ready to start higher education. Very small percentages, maybe less than 40% now. Right, so that many students who have completed their A levels or O levels just try to get quick jobs. Maybe the good example everybody can understand. There's a huge demand for what is the three wheelers and all these things because they try to find easy job, right? So that is the way we can look at that one. So when compare the sex, right? Three purusha bhava ekka gattahama, there may be a huge new trends you can identify relating to that one. So what are the different market opportunities that have identified marketers? Huh? What are the different market opportunities, right? So using information technology for primary education to higher education, right? So that is, if we look at this from the trends relating to technology, then this is a good opportunity using information technology for primary education to higher education, right? So that is the trend here is the higher trends towards the higher education or maybe the facilities and the many products and services, technology based new products, maybe the technological equipment. They can you can propose as demographic environment related trends that we discussed related to that, right? So what are the important demographic trends in the present environment context? So then you want to consider these things. Population growth, you can see the population mix, the growth, especially relating to the different race, you can discuss. So how about the Sri Lanka, maybe the world context. So in Sri Lanka, population growth now, earlier we have only 2-3 races or the nations, so then not the people or the religious. But today, it's moving to open to the Chinese people is moving to Sri Lanka. Likewise, you can see the population changes and all these things. That is one trend you can discuss relating to that part. Even the education, as you mentioned, right? That is also age structure. That is again a good change in things, age in population, as well as when we look at the young population. So young population, especially you can see how their age structure. So moving the young population. So it's based on many marketing implications or the many marketing opportunities relating to considering aging, the not the aging population, maybe the young population, right? So what are the things you can provide? So many information related things, maybe the mobile phones, many electric gadgets, and everything you can look at as the good opportunities that have already identified by the marketers, right? So even based on the aging structure, you can look at the aging population. There's a huge demand for the older generations to get many medicines, medical facilities, maybe sometimes the pharmaceutical equipments and items, right? Then again, you can see some health activity centers, especially established targeting or aging population. Likewise, you can look at the different opportunities as well as trend relating to the change in age structure and the age mixes, right? So that is that. Change in family structure, how about it happens in today's marketing environment under the Sri Lankan context? It is very important. Give me different examples. So then you can move into each and every section and understand different trends and different opportunities in each, right? Just tell me some change in the family structure in Sri Lanka. So those days, in past,
Madam,
how was some family?
the family structure was huge, but nowadays the family structure is shifting into a nuclear family. So in a recent research, they have found most of the newly married couples, they are reluctant to give the birth to the children. Therefore, they have found the market or the opportunities which are available for the birth controlling equipments and other mechanisms have been increased, madam. So
yes, very good. That is a very important trend relating to change in family structure. So there may be smaller families, nuclear families, one parental family. Now we have seen in our environment. So therefore, older generation, especially the parents, older parents, they send to the adult care centers. So that is a business startup related focusing on the change in family structure in Sri Lanka. Then again, change in family structure, considering many marketers today introduce food packages in a small package items. Maybe sometimes they introduce very apartments and small houses, considering the change in family structure. Even change in family structure, those days our breadwinner is father, right? Today it's the mix in the both husband and wives are working, right? So therefore everybody has both people have more responsibilities to get in their family activities. So therefore many marketers, especially electric equipment companies, they target the especially that type of families and introduce very convenience electric equipment for use to both husband and wife, right? So there are a lot of things you can consider and explain under the change in family structure. Geographical shift is other people, others also need to explain. Provide some examples to chat box. Maybe you can introduce so many new trends, right? Information technology, right? Geographical shift, right? So it is also the relating to the present marketing demographic environment related new trend. It is very important trends, and now we can talk. You can see the huge queue relating to huge queue in foreign visa operating officers and to get the visa and to get the certificates to move from Sri Lanka to another country, right? So then geographical shift. Those days, normally people move from rural area to urban area for the study purposes and job purposes. Now it's expand to the domestic to international level. So it is very huge demand and huge increase in trends relating to that part. Based on that, there may be so many consultancy companies established to support these people to get to collect, find the educational programs in international universities, maybe to support to get the visa. Likewise, there are a lot of new businesses, services, started relating to that particular geographical shift related things, right? Likewise, you can understand different things, especially you can remember demographic means the population related thing. The population changes or in terms of population from age, sex, or whatever the key points, maybe the population, birth rate, death rate, religion, everything you can consider relating to demographic environment trends to find out the different changes. So what would be the important economic trends in Sri Lanka? It is very critical. So economic trends explain the purchasing power and spending patterns, how it affects, the factors affecting. So you can see inflation rate. Yesterday I have seen the South Asian inflation rate. How about the Sri Lanka? What is our condition? We moved to first, right? So the 16 or maybe nearly 16% inflation rate. So interest rate is also highly impact and increase in the economic environment. So all these things highly impact and influence on marketers' day-to-day businesses. So that at the same time, not only that is provide the threats, but also it provides so many new opportunities, right? So everything you can understand relating to economic environment. So next, I would like to pay your attention for trends relating to the natural environment, right? So it is natural environment. It is also called physical environment. So then it is concerned natural resources that are needed as input for the marketers to do their businesses, right? What are the major 4 trends in natural environment? In that sections you learn, right? Quickly we want to finish this section and move into the strategic marketing planning as a new area. Anyway, the discussion, I think it is very powerful and important for you. What is the new trends relating to natural environment? So you can understand it is a very important and critical things relating to today's marketing environment.
Madam, since the natural resources are diminishing and there is a shortage, most of the organizations are now giving their biggest concern for the environment and resources.
Very good. That is one important trend. Okay, right. So based on that resource scarcity you are talking about, what happened to other students? Are they here? Right? I am very happy about that one. Right. Yes. Tell me the another person relating to the that trend related opportunities. Let's try to right. It is one important things we want to consider relating to physical environment, because resources provide for marketers to operate their business. So, but resources you can look at relating to 2 types. Those days we look at air, water as what type of resources?
Infinite resources.
Infinite resources. But what has happened to that infinite resources today? Concern more renewable energy sources. Very good, right? Then due to the increase of pollution, as the solution companies try to produce green product, right? So to reduce pollution, green products or the green package or something that, especially you want to understand the green products, it's a broader sense, but you want to tell, right? Then
about the sustainability initiatives
yes,
from the companies.
Need many sustainability initiatives. Tell me some examples relating to sustainability initiatives.
biodegradability, recyclability,
reusability, right? So then, 3R, 7R, 9Rs, sustainable management, operations, very important for each and every organization. Very good, right? Then that is the trend towards the natural environment. There are 4 trends you can discuss relating to that, right? Anything else?
Madam, when it comes to this, Madam, when it comes to this natural environment, green marketing, the opposite of green marketing or green washing is also there, because most of the companies, they are showing they are more towards the environment, but they are not practicing.
Not really practice, right? Yes. Very good. So what can we do? We can refuse even. Why natural environment should secure even the company information that they pass to the consumers? It should be need to protect, ban some information. Then government interventions, laws, regulations. It is very important to protect our natural environment as well as businesses, maybe the consumers also need to protect. To protect consumers, companies, even the unfair competition, government has big role. But I don't know whether what has happened our one. I don't want to talk in general. That is the way we want to look at that one. Very important thing you raise, right? It is very good. Then you can look at this one, government intervention, right? So the shortage of resources, raw materials, as you mentioned, right? So as my water, air. So what has happened today? So some part of the world, people, they can't drink water. They have very difficult to find the water. Even many countries now convert sea water into a drinkable water, and also they I saw very nice video clips relating to the Europe, not the European Union, maybe the Dubai and some that particular area people. They convert sea water to produce vegetables and the farming activities. So that is the way they use identify the different opportunities relating to the finite resources, right? Maybe the finite, non-renewable resources. It normally linked with the energy and all these things. So in increase in energy cost, you can understand what happens to Sri Lanka today in energy cost. So we need to find the alternative solutions, many substitute materials to introduce that. මම දැක්ක ඔය එක තැනක කියලා තියෙනවා මොනවද මේ එඬරු වැට වලින් තාමත් ඔය වාහන දුවන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර අය මේ ඔය වාහන හදනවා කියනවා වතුරෙන් දුවන්න පුළුවන්. So likewise, so then we can see the new substitute. Even very popular one is wind energy. Maybe then the solar energy, nuclear energy, those things you can consider under the energy cost, and how can we protect the environment, finding the new alternative energy and other materials, right? Increasing pollution level of the country. So you even students mentioned that one pollution. Though many companies introduce maybe the to reduce that one with the green packages and all these things, right? At the same time, to reduce pollution, some companies introduce the waste management systems, even pollution separation, litter separation programs for the household and the companies. Then they use it to recyclable things, maybe like you mentioned, so many things. Most of the time motivate people to produce the recyclable material, biodegradable products, right? Likewise, you can understand natural environment related for especially these 4 trends that we need to concern, and based on those four concerns, you can understand various new opportunities that have identified by the present marketers, and also you can propose new things to the future future marketing opportunities, right? So you can see different examples I have put for you. Technological environment. What are the different trends in technological environment? Especially you can understand different when new technology. It's a very fast moving trend in today's marketing environment. Your group presentations also highly concerned about the technological changes, right? Creating new technologies with the new products and services. Your company can move from to the standard and enhance the living standard of the people in that particular social system. So once the new technology move into the market, existing technology become vulnerable. So you know the various examples you can mention. So if you look at the newspaper and television, when internet came to the market, so those it hurts to the not only the newspaper but also the maybe the radio and television and all these media things. Likewise, you can understand, right? So many opportunities. So you want to understand the technological innovations. So many new products, so many technology-based innovations mentioned in your today's morning presentation, right? So people need the application, new things. If they are not using, changing new technological, not apply their company, they will face big trouble in the competitive space. So therefore, it is very important. Even government and the companies need to spend a lot of money to develop research and development activities. Then it is very important to introduce very recent new communication technologies. That is also new trend, right? Based on that, you have mentioned so many examples, right? I don't want to touch those things relating to technology environment. You can see the different technological innovation related new opportunity, the opportunities relating to please read those things. In the political environment, they want to introduce different legislations to protect company, consumer, and the society, right? So then you can understand culture, socio-cultural environment. So the culture normally, we can see the core values, beliefs towards specific cultural groups. So likewise, you can see the core values are normally persistence. Anyhow, most of the time today it is open to change. The shift in the secondary value, it is very quickly. You can see the secondary values as you are now moving to the subculture. Then you want to analyze both subculture and co-culture, and you want to understand how it affect to the company businesses, and then what type of trends relating to the change in socio-cultural environment. And finally, you can understand various things relating to various opportunities relating to that one, right? So this is the exercise or the activity. Just you can understand, give me the opportunities, right? We discussed that one. Then the second one, growing Sri Lankan middle class. What are the opportunities you can find, or you can remember relating to growing middle class in Sri Lanka? Item 2. So tell me some examples relating to item 2.
Madam, due to the growing trend of Sri Lankan middle class people, so there is a huge demand for these fast food items. For an example, if you go through the highways, we can see a lot of people are selling fast food by keeping lorries and all of those stuffs, because people are having a middle class income.
Very good. That is one example, right? Take away, and then it's become a fashion to have it outside dinner, or maybe getting the takeaways and all these things. That is one opportunity. Then the food marketers identified. Then only that, maybe some other examples I need, right? Daycare centers, growing middle class. Yes, that is two older example. Need like previous students mentioned, need some critical and present market opportunities. Yes. Anybody wants to talk? Yes. Start. That is the things I expect, right? So those days we can understand middle class. That's just to having the all the what is the ගෙවල් මැද්දේ තියලා තියෙන්නේ මොනවද? TV එකයි සාලේ fridge එකයි then the cupboard machine එකයි cupboard එක මේ පිකම් cupboard එකයි, right? Then we can understand. But now it's not that is look like a middle class in Sri Lanka. So growing middle class people, at least they try to get the motorbike. That is one thing. That is one opportunity identified by marketer. Even everybody need to have their own houses. So house builders, maybe the housing sellers, the property sellers, they target the income classes, both white husband and wife. You can see the nature of that particular middle class. Both husband and wife work. Even the children also working. Maybe most of the, at least one of the person go abroad and find money for to be. Especially you can see the Halawata, Migamua, that area. So then you can understand so many how it's happening in an increase in Sri Lankan middle classes, right? So based on by looking at their nature, then you can understand increase consumption for quality products, even the nutritional product instead of fresh milk, demand for milk powder, right? So then it is actually you can. So nutritional products. So then they spend a lot of money for their children education. Am I correct? They pay first attention. Look at that. Even middle class people, they want to spend a lot of money for their children to get higher education. That is a good sign, good market. Then good opportunity relating to growing students, at least they have diploma degrees and advanced diploma level certificates. Even more move into the higher education and master level and postgraduate level education, right? So that is also opportunity identified by the marketers. Even growing middle class, maybe some people have the high nutrition, they look at nutrition, especially they are looking nutritional food to send their children rather than the parents. That is the another important thing, right? So that is a good examples you can find relating to growing middle class in Sri Lanka. Then the next one, government's new laws to ban polythene. Right, so that is you can understand many opportunities relating to that. The polythene or maybe some plastics and everything. So you can find so many opportunities. Anything else you want to tell here? Many more things. Growing technology, knowledge, consumer groups, right? That is also you can understand relating to many companies today hire more technology people and then you can understand many market opportunities. Society's orientation towards comfortable or luxury lifestyle. So that is as one students mentioned in chat box. So then many people today try to get many luxury products. Even they look at the convenience. See, most of the time they not ready to ඒකනේ මේ දවස්වල තියෙන ලොකුම ප්‍රශ්නේ නේද මිනිස්සුන්ට discomfort, so then they argue when they ask the society more towards the comfort orientation. So that is actually we can see 2 years back, but now it is also open to change. So based on that you can understand various market opportunities relating to the different trends relating to each macro environmental forces, right? So that is the key things you must remember and pay your attention. I don't want to spend a lot of time to refer and ask questions regarding this one. Please go through it, and then you can understand what it is and how it important to the marketers and their business operations, right? Okay, give it right. Asala, any question? Any question? Any? That is good. Very good. Oh, even not only international level, but even within the country, more domestic travelers, they spend a lot of money for entertaining their life. That is good example. Very good example. Maybe many companies today establish so many activity centers, maybe sometimes outward bound training programs relating to your answer, right? And in addition to that, am I correct? Nature parks, very good. Yeah, that is very important thing. Right. Okay. Anything else? So that's a nice examples. More people, especially young generation, have a big trend when they move, start from Saturday, Sunday, or even Friday is holiday. Maybe then they plan to go out. Many outings they plan rather than the conventional family members. They at that time they want to interact with their family members in any relaxed time period. But today it's different. Even they are not allowed to stay homes. They allowed to travel. That is good example. Anything else? Nice examples you can put. Right? It is not, we can move to the today's one. Right? Okay, you need break or not? We can continue. If you need break.
Can you give us a break, madam? Little one?
Yes. Maybe now 8:45. Maybe 10 minutes. Enough?
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Yes. Then one thing I want to tell you, how about your second classroom activity presentation? Have you do it next week or the following week? Which one is better? Maybe I think to complete it, we have to give some time period to read that one. At least you want to refer it 19th March. You will have a consumer behavior lecture by Dr. Dushan Chamind, right? It will support you to understand the gap relating to market opportunity identification for your individual or the group assignment or the final assignment, right? That's why we want to do it early. And by the time you can prepare for the next presentation, especially group number 9 to 16, maybe the 8 to 16 or something that, right? Anyway, next week will be continued by Dr. Dushan, consumer behavior. He's a good lecturer in that behavioral sciences, right? That is, you can get more understanding and the key points relating to. After that, we can continue the presentation, or even if you like, we can invite the Professor Lalit. Maybe want to plan, discuss with you. What is better? I think.
Yes, madam, we will do it in the following week, not next week.
Yeah, not next week. Thank you. Maybe I think.
Yeah, welcome, madam.
Anything? Any idea? I heard a girl's voice. Very nice, huh? Tell me. What do you prefer?
It's good, madam. It's good, madam. Kavinder's idea is good, madam.
Yeah, Kavinda is the coordinator of your group. Am I correct?
No, madam, it is Sandakalum.
Sandakalum.
Yeah. But Kavinder is
Find me the students list and the Lakshika or some girl. I think she too early sent it, and I have already got. Thank you very much for both people. All right, people's concern. Then I have allocated marks. Not considered the first time for the absence and the presence about your presentations, because actually everybody need to contribute to a group presentation. That is a talent of the group leader to get the association of your all members ideas and for the discussions and so forth, right? Anyhow, final day, for the final presentation, I will check your presence and absence and your workload because presentation, contribution, and everything regarding the each one, right? Anyway, okay. If we move into the next section, I think you can remember you learn marketing environment, marketing information system, then marketing research and marketing philosophies. So many key areas now you have already learned. The very important section related to marketing management process, it's starting with the strategic marketing planning. But for strategic marketing planning, you want to consider not only the strategic marketing plan, but also we want to discuss commonly what is strategic plan first, right? And the different strategic level of the organization. So it will support us to move to the marketing planning section, right? So what do you mean by strategy? Just the word you can see here or appear here. So what is come to your mind? Or when just you look at the word, what comes to your mind? Strategy. Sorry. Strategy.
Madam, the course of action designed to achieve organization goals and objective, it means what we need to achieve and how we need to obtain that.
What we need to achieve. That's maybe a game plan, or maybe the things that you want to achieve. Right. Then anything else? So always strategy. Why you need? Why your company need? Why your business need strategy?
To compete with the competitors.
Because the environment is changing rapidly.
Yes, the environment is rapidly changing. So therefore, they want to do what? Yes, this handout is not LMS. I agree. After the lecture, I will pass it to the LMS. Okay. Right. Tell me.
With the changes of the environment, management need to take decisions in order to run the company in correct way, correct path.
Correct path. So how can they identify this is the correct path?
To achieving the company goals.
Yes, if they achieve, they can monitor. They can monitor
the progress of achieving the goals and objectives. Plan.
Yes. Right. Okay. So different levels of the organizations you learn. What are the different levels of the organizations you can explain? Even in your organizations, your working organization, you can understand different levels. Always strategy connect with different levels that your organization undertake. Right. What are the different levels?
SBU levels, madam. Strategic business.
Strategic business unit. Right. Oh yes. One is strategic business unit level. Right.
Top management.
Top management level. Normally, top management level responsible for what? You can see it later, right? Top management level, business level, and then the other one. What is it? Right. That's operational level. There are different functional level planning. Strategic level, 3 levels. Right. So here, is it audible? Still, I have not electricity. If any problem, please let me know. If it is not clear, please send the message. Sure. So here our discussion. Now we try to do with what is strategic planning. Oh, what strategic? Strategy. What strategic planning is? Oh, what are the different levels of strategic planning? Even what is the role of marketing in developing strategic planning? And also, there are a lot of plans and planning types you learn in different types. Even day-to-day operations in your organization use different plans, maybe short-term plans, annual plan, long-term plan, likewise different plan. Especially here, we focus 2 types of marketing plan relating to tactical marketing plan and the strategic marketing plan, tactical versus strategic plan, right? So these are the things that we're going to discuss today, right? And also finally, we pay our full attention to explain the steps in strategic marketing planning process, right? So before start the strategic marketing planning section, we must understand the overall strategic planning level relating to the corporate level. As you mentioned, as top management are highly responsible for developing one particular plan for entire corporation. That is the corporate level plan. Then the second level, maybe some people mention it as the business level plan. Maybe if it is very large company, there may be a divisional plan before develop the function, the business level plan or the SBU plans, right? So anyhow, all together we can discuss business level plans considering the different SBU or SBUs in the business portfolio, or maybe the business that your company undertaking in the operation, right? So then the marketing play a big role when developing strategic planning, because marketing always to develop plan, we want to collect the market opportunity outside the company. So that is outside thinking. That is very important. So marketers are the people who are very concerned about the outside trends and happening, or they are the trend seekers. So therefore, marketers have a big role when developing strategic marketing plan. Most of the some other managers, so the other departments, especially when we look at the financial people and whoever the people, don't worry and I am not criticizing. So they have the inside operation, more towards the inside operations. But marketing people have play a big role in developing strategic plan. Then we want to discuss the different types of planning and so forth, right? Likewise, first discussion we can look at relating to the different levels of strategy. As you mentioned, and I agree with all these things, it is increase the responsibility more towards the corporate top management to develop corporate level plan, right? Then the second one is this business level plan. Within the corporate level plan, you can understand different businesses. One company not only use a specific business, maybe the one particular business. Maybe there are a lot of businesses they are undertaking, right? Normally, different businesses. If you look at the if you look at the clothing, automobile industry, right? So they have different automobiles, maybe cars, trucks, have already undertaken. So therefore, different businesses we can look at as a different business centers or different SBUs. We will discuss SBUs later. Anyhow, just to understand what it is. So business level people, or the many business managers, business level managers, department level managers, sorry, not department, the divisional level managers, they are responsible for carrying out the different businesses. So that is relating to the business level strategy, right? So each level corporate strategy, then under that we have to develop a corporate strategic planning. Business level, we can develop the business level strategic planning. Other than that, when we move into the operational level or functional level, that is actually we are functions, and maybe the finance, which you can look at as the different functional levels, right? Within that, our focus only strict to the marketing function. Under the marketing function, we will look at what is the tactical marketing plan and the strategic marketing plan, right? So these are the different levels. You can just understand the connecting with the strategic plan. So what you need to understand relating to the different levels of the organization managers, maybe the board of management and the senior level managers, they are highly concerned and responsible for developing strategic. They should have a strategic viewpoint, right? They have they are the strategic thinkers when compared to the operational level managers. So they move in to have a more power or more responsibility to do the day-to-day operations. Maybe the what is the business going on. Anyhow, then the senior level managers, they have a with the fair or the equal responsibility to develop marketing strategy and the tactical plannings when they are developing and using their business activities, right? Using their business operations, right? So it is important. In addition to that, you must remember what do you mean by tactical orientation or tactical plan? So what do you mean by strategic plan? It is important to understand in a second level. As you mentioned, strategy, it is the way the company tries to achieve in their long run objectives and all this, what they do to achieve their organization objective, as you mentioned. Then again, the one other person mentioned, it is the way that the company want to adapt their business to the change in marketing environment. I agree with both people. So then, because strategy, if strategy is not there, they can't adjust their business to the changing business environment. So therefore, always strategy is associated with to bring the changes. So what you need to remember, strategy comes to your mind every time. You must remember strategy is connecting or associated with the to brings the changes. That is what you need to understand relating to marketing strategic part, right? If you want to look at the two definitions relating to tactical plan and the strategic plan. Normally tactical plans, they are developing for short-term oriented planning, maybe the annual planning and everything we can discuss under the tactical plan, right? I think you can understand, because time to time you learn, you actively engage to develop different plans within your business organization, right? Or maybe the working organization. So therefore, tactical plans deals with the company's current businesses. So that is, if your company don't want to change anything or adjust anything to the changes, so just you can develop a tactical plan considering your existing business. So then you can develop plans how to keep them going. Maybe relating to, if you want to develop a plan for to get more demand or the more sales for your existing product. So then you can develop plan considering tactics to gain that particular, to reach that particular objective, right? So that is the way you can consider tactical plan. But strategic plan, as my words just before I told you, so it brings change. So every time it brings change, because if a company could be change the culture in their company, or maybe they want to change their organization structure, marketing structure. Maybe they want to introduce new product portfolio or marketing mixers, or even they want to reposition their product, considering the changes according to the consumer expectations and consumer desires and so forth. So then that is actually we need to engage with the strategic plan, right? So strategic plans, it always involves the adapting the firms to take advantage. You can see here, adapt the take advantage of new opportunities. So it's not the existing operation, it's the new opportunities in its rapidly changing marketing or the rapidly changing environment, right? So if your business is not adjust to the changing environment, what will happen? What will happen? If your business not adjust to the changing environment, what has happened or what is happened in your business? So you are in same thing. You are not properly react to the competition. You can't react to the customers' changing needs. So therefore, all business, because of all business need to adapt change in marketing environment, it is the major role of strategic marketing planning as well, right? So that is, you must remember, it is not a one single task. So in here you must remember, it is going in an ongoing basis, like environment analysis. Strategic planners also every time need to look at the change in environmental trends or the different shifts relating to the environment, and then they want to adjust or they want to fit it to the changing marketing environment. Otherwise, they can't develop their business strategic plan. So they can't do their business in successfully. So therefore, it is important, right? You can remember when company develop strategic plan, right? So it will support them to look at their future, not only the next 3 years or 1 year time period, maybe sometimes 5 to 10 years time period. They can look at what can we do when they need to adjust their businesses according to the changing environment, and what type of strategies they will need to add to do very successful or the proper business, right? So these are the key things you can understand relating to strategic plan, right? And now I think you can understand what is strategic plan. Then you can see some important information, or maybe the specific differences between the strategic plan and the tactical plan, other than what I mentioned earlier, right? That is, you can see here and you can look at that one. Concern the overall long-term organizational directions, right? Strategic plan is concerned overall direction, but tactical plan, it is concerned with the day-to-day performance and day-to-day results, right? So that is that may be especially relating to the specific goals, subdivided into specific market, and then they try to develop strategy or the tactics considering to enhance the sales volume of the product, maybe the price differentiation. So that one, relating to that one, specify tactical planning basically concerns the marketing tactics relating to the product price based promotion and other service features, and especially focusing on the short term, right? Then the strategic plan, every time you want to understand the proper market opportunity, what would be the best market opportunity to provide better provide and choose, create and deliver better values to the fine target customers. So therefore, a strategic marketing planning, you can understand, especially relating to the target market and new opportunities relating to the changing market environment. But objectives and strategies based on the current market and current situation analysis to grab the market opportunities, right? So that is important. Strategies are always evaluate from the overall perspective of the business marketing department, right? So, but tactical marketing plan, it is the subdivisions made under the marketing department, so they can develop different tactical plans to achieve their business or the ongoing business success, right? The performance. So that is, you can look at relating to tactical versus strategic plan. Anyway, now we can define what is strategic marketing plan. Normally, the word connecting with market-oriented strategic market planning. So what do you mean by market-oriented strategic planning? What is meaning behind that? But we need to put market-oriented strategic planning. What is the meaning behind that?
Madam, it is related with demand and supply.
Yes, demand linking with the consumer needs and wants, right? So we always need to look at our, or maybe the customer-centered viewpoint. That means actually market-oriented viewpoint. You learn different business philosophies. Still, market-oriented business philosophy is very popular when operating, especially the businesses, especially business operations. Under the business operations, market-oriented philosophy is highly concerned. At that level, most commercial people can easily apply market orientation. So therefore, always we want to think about the change, why we need to look at the change in marketing environment, or the to identify the emerging market needs, right? Emerging market needs to the consumers which are not yet satisfied. Maybe there are a lot of unmet need gaps we can identify when we analyze marketing environment, right? It is always provide so many unmet needs gaps as well as the unfulfilled need gaps. So based on that, you can grab customer related business opportunities. So customer based or the customer centered activities to operate your business. To identify opportunities mean identify businesses or the product and services that your company can introduce to solve the consumer problems, in other words, right? So that is helping people to get the job done in your business activity. So therefore, strategic planning normally come across market oriented way, right? So that's why we are putting it. Then you can look at the definition here. What is market oriented strategic planning? How can we define it, right? We can define it as the managerial process, right? Still, you can look at it as the managerial process, as a managerial process, or the managerial tasks we want to discuss, planning, implementation, controlling activities. Though you have to analysis, especially analysis planning in marketing. Analysis is the starting point. Analysis planning, implementation process. Connect with the strategic planning, right? Then of developing and maintaining. So what we need to do, we want to build up and maintain. We want to create. Developing means we want to create and maintain a strategic fit. What we need, a strategic choices. So maybe the strategic, we want to adjust our organization objective, skills, and resources with the change in marketing opportunities, right? Opportunities, as you're aware, it's from the outside the organization. But if it is very good opportunity, if we don't have resources to carry out that particular opportunity, we have to forget, we will lose that one. But therefore, we want to analyze and we want to match that opportunity with our internal strength and weaknesses, in other words, right? So what skills we need to carry out that, what is the objective of the organization, whether the objective is in line with the new opportunities that we have bring from the marketing environment. So everything we want to consider, and then finally we want to fit it to the change in market opportunity. So the strategic marketing planning major idea or the purpose is to shape or reshape the company business and product so that yield target profit and growth. So to achieve the organization expected level, they try to shape and reshape their businesses. In other words, they try to fit or adjust their businesses according to the change in marketing environment trends, right? So that is the definition. You can understand here. You can simply understand once you identify opportunity, it is not must or it is not important until you do not have the better skills or maybe the knowledge, competencies, and the resource availability to carry out that one. So therefore, strategic planners need to consider and fit or they adjust all the company objective, skills, resources with the change in marketing opportunity, right? So that is, you can look at relating to the three aspects in this extended diagram. So here you can see they want to build up or create, maintain viable fit with the company objectives as well as and the company resources and competencies. So the change in with the change in marketing opportunity, right? I put here for you to get more understanding regarding the strategic marketing planning definition, right? So then we can move into the strategic planning implementation controlling process, right? So you can see here the overall strategic planning planning, implementation, controlling process, or it is also called the cycle of the strategic planning process. Cycle of the strategic planning process. This is not new to you. I really know that everybody can understand very easily this one, because it is explained maybe when we move into the planning section or the company planning section, you can see here. Company need to start their strategic planning with the corporate level. So corporate planning, and that is the one particular plan for entire company. So it is carried out to explain entire business in the organization. So strategic plan always guide to the whole enterprise, right? But within that plan, different divisions and business level people need to develop business level plan. So that is the each business. So the each business level or the business unit develops a strategic plan to carry out that business unit into the profitable future. So maybe they can develop a separate plan, but it not be deviate from the corporate plan strategies. So within that, how can divisions achieve their performance or achieve their profits or profitable future within that particular under that particular plan, right? So beyond that, you can understand the product planning, or here the functional planning, especially under that we call as marketing plan, product plan, brand plan, whoever the label. You can see different handouts or different textbooks. So that is the marketing plan. Basically marketing plan, that is the final level or the operational level plan. We connecting with that, especially considering the target markets and the company value proposition, especially focusing based on the analysis of the best opportunity, or to grab the best opportunities to achieve the marketing level success, or maybe the marketing level performance, right? So that is the different planning level relating to the marketing planning process cycle, right? So then once you understand different levels of plan, the marketing plan is also need to in line with the corporate and divisional level plan to achieve the division, the department level success, right? So through that, they want to organize and implement all these marketing plan activities to gain the company future business performance, right? So finally, not only that, but also each company, each level plans need to look at the different results or the weaknesses, or some in proper way of doing that business. So maybe it is deviate, if it is deviate from the company planning activity with the actual actions to achieve the organization objective under the controlling section, right? So this is the cycle that you can understand relating to each overall perspective. Anyhow, remember our attention for your group, especially focusing on corporate level, business level, and marketing level plan. Because to understand marketing plan, strategic marketing plan, you may need to understand simply what is corporate and business level plan. But we are not talking about the business level plan. Just I am going to explain the corporate level planning, because under the corporate level planning strategies are very important for marketing students or the marketing learners as well, right? So that's the way we are starting our discussion in further to understand corporate strategic plan first, right? So corporate strategic plan Especially, you can see here, it is normally it's analyzed three active actions relating to corporate plan, because corporate plan always look at sometimes market company, all businesses, or maybe the different businesses or the collective businesses together. They look at it as a investment portfolio. What they need, they look at it is the first key area of actions in the, strategic planning. There are three key areas. First one is to managing the company business as an investment portfolio. So now you can understand this is as a total business collection of all businesses together. We call it as investment portfolio or business portfolio, right? So within that, we can assess each business strengths and weaknesses, considering the growth rate and also the present company position, and then to fit or identify the changing market opportunities. Finally, when you grab market opportunities, you can establish different new strategies for each business to develop the for the next planning period, right? So that is important. Three things: engage in corporate level plan. So anyhow, you can understand what is corporate strategic level plan. So it is the plan to guide the whole enterprise, right? It is decisions on the amount of resources to allocate each division. So as my this previous explanation, so you can understand it is very important to look at it as a in one particular one or the business portfolio or investment portfolio, right? So decision among the resources to allocate each division. So to allocate each division, they want to look at it in the total we find total picture they want to identify. Then they can allocate resources to whether it need more cash or to need not cash for to develop that one to maintain or whatever the business decisions they want to take, considering the resources with analyzing business portfolio, right? So here you can see they want their decisions, especially linked with the decisions relating to the whether they have a chance to start a new business or to operate new business opportunities, or maybe some are maintaining or some are not profitable, what we can decide. So then whether it is better to eliminate or drop from the business portfolio. So every decisions they take under the corporate level strategic planning, right? So all corporate headquarters people, or maybe the whole corporate level people, top management, senior management, are responsible for especially the four marketing planning activities, strategic planning activities that you can see here. Everybody need to define corporate mission first. Then they want to establish strategic planning units or the business unit, right? Then assessing resource to each strategic business unit. And finally, they want to think about the new marketing plan for the next planning period. Especially, they want to assess new growth opportunities for future businesses, right? So that is the key 4 areas in strategic planning, right? Corporate strategic planning. Then the first one, I think first one, it is very easy for you because everybody knows what is corporate mission. So I don't want to spend a lot of time to explain what is corporate mission. So what do you mean by corporate mission? If you can tell me what is it? Mission? Right, now your time. What is it? How can you define corporate mission or what it is?
It is the paths to achieve the vision statement of an organization.
It is the path to achieve the organization objectives, right?
Yes.
Right? So it is the path to achieve organization, directions to achieve the organization objectives or the organization expectations, right? Right. Anybody else? Why corporate people need to develop mission statement? What is the difference between vision and mission? So I think you all are in master level. So I need more answers, and more discussions is very important than telling all the words and all the. Right?
Madam, vision is ultimate goal of the organization. Mission is ways and means to achieve that goal.
Vision or mission? Mission is?
Vision is ultimate goal to achieve. Mission
goal
is,
to achieve. Right.
Mission is ways and means to achieve.
Ways and means to achieve the vision. Right. So then, based on the vision, you can develop your company mission. Very good. That is one idea. What I understand, based on the vision, company can develop mission. So why? Vision, it is vision. It is existed one. So what is your expectation? What is your hopes? But it can't be right up on the paper. But today's many companies, it's right up on the paper. Anyhow, it is the motivational end that you are expecting to achieve. So it can't be expressed. This is the time period. So therefore, clear vision, it is not developed actually. It is sometimes maybe the different dreams, maybe the different that is called impossible dream in textbooks, right? So then it is enhanced and it is engaged with the businessman's dream, so the entrepreneur's dream. Maybe it is driven by the owners of the organization, right? So that is vision. Within that vision, to work out, so you develop better mission statement. So the clear mission statement help to understand the way to conduct your business, to understand what you want to do next by 5 years time period, what you want to do next 10-year time period, right? So then you can understand vision, mission relating to that explanation. So explain why your organization exists, right? So the definition for the corporate mission, you can just say as the path to achieve your company objectives. Likewise, why your organization exists, what you are going to accomplish in the marketing environment, what you are going to accomplish in the business environment, right? So many people mention, like you, mission is therefore purpose statement. Business purposes you can write on the paper, and then you can try to practice it. So that is explain and provides the employees with the shared sense of purpose, direction, and opportunities of the organization. So mission statement, it is the direction of your business, right? So the pathway to achieve your company objectives, right? I agree with you all, right? Then you can understand the definition relating to the corporate mission, and then when we develop a mission statement, it is it should address the Peter Drucker's classical questions, right? Peter Drucker's introduced five or four classical questions to explain and to simplify the mission statement, and to support to write good mission statement for the company business, right? Then you can understand it is also as the extended things relating to that. Dear Madam, will remain in group present their title the week after 19th. Yes. Huh? Yes. Not the next week, right? Maybe the 26th. The date is 26th, right? Okay. Right. Then back to the lesson, right? So then you can see here, Peter Drucker provide very useful guidelines. So the classical questions to develop mission statement for the company business. Otherwise, it will. But you can see this as the very simple wording. So the simple questions, but behind that there's a very critical things you want to understand. So what is the first question? What is your business? What is our business? What is our business? So how can you explain? I want, if I express this way, tell me your idea about that, right? So we are running trains. We are in a railway business. We are running trains. So what do you think about that? We are in a cosmetic industry. We are producing cosmetics. We are in what is the maybe the typewriter industry, a typewriter. We are producing typewriters. Or we make copying equipment. We are producing typewriters. Maybe if we look at the cinema, so we are producing movies. Do you think it is the way you can understand your business or express your business? What is your business? Think about it. Is enough to express your business or not? If it is not, tell me the reason. What we need to look at, the way we want to express our business. We are in education business, or maybe we provide different degrees, postgraduate degrees to the student. So what do you feel about that? So if we look at that, if we produce movies, so it's from which way? So just we concerned about the product or the service, right? If we produce typewriters, if we explain that way, so what we pay only focus on the object or the product. So is it good way to define our business?
No, madam.
No. So we want what? So always market-oriented strategic planning. So what we need to do? Yes, Kavinda, you can continue. Or the person who is talking.
Madam, typewriter is the product. It's used for some type the documents, but it is the purpose is communication.
Yes. Very good. So then, how can if your business go with the we are producing typewriters, so that is leading to which one? It leads to what? It leads to product oriented philosophy. That means it leads to marketing myopia. I think you learn marketing myopia. So you know you do not express your business from the myopic viewpoint. So if you turn that product oriented business definitions into it is essential to change your product oriented business definition or the business explanation into a market oriented definition of your business, like you explained, right? So it's in the communication business, right? So you mentioned it linking with what? Ramesh?
It's a purpose, no, madam. Like the film is entertainment. The typewriter is communication.
Yes, it's make movies means then the market oriented definition you can say we market entertainments, right? Very good. So then the second one, copyright or the typewriters. So company helps to improve the office productivity or office efficiency or whatever the things you can use from the market oriented definition. So it's important to think about. You want to eliminate the product viewpoint or the product oriented definitions to express your business. Here you must remember you need to express your business from market or using market oriented definition, right? Maybe the if you are running train businesses, so it's you are the we are the people. Our business is the people and goods movers, or maybe the transportation. So everything you want to define from the business, the market oriented perspective, right? So it is important. That's why Peter Drucker mentioned here. If it is not, you go with your business mission, move and express with the marketing myopic sentences, right? So it is important to think. Right. Then who is the customer? Then who is the customer? So who are your customers? You are going to satisfy your customer, maybe the key features or the key things you have to express here, right? So then again, what value you are going to introduce to the customer? What are the benefits you are bring to solve the customer need or want, or maybe the problem that consumers have, right? So then it is important. What are the values, right? So value you can understand now. So the benefits, what product benefits, what service benefits, maybe the image benefits, and the personal benefits you are going to deliver to your customer. Then what will our business be? So what is our tomorrow business? How it will be? So then, if we are not, what should our business be in future? In future, we want to consider. So if we are not only helping to improve office productivity, even we can go beyond that, and we can introduce it with the help in office productivity to enhance the social well-being of the society. So maybe we can add something. It should be there. So without harming to the environment. Likewise, so we have to understand what should our business be in future, right? So based on that, simply company can develop their company mission statement, right? So good mission statement has some criteria. So to develop good mission statement, other than the market-oriented viewpoint, there may be some important criteria or important characteristics you have to look at in that developing mission, right? So then what would be criteria for good mission statement? What are the criteria? There are a lot of criteria. So first you want to understand the boundaries you are going to do your business, right? They define competitive boundary, or maybe the industry you are engaging in that business, right? So focus on limited number of goals, right? So not that first one, right? It's a market. It should be market oriented. It should be realistic. It should be specific, and also, right? So you want to clearly understand the boundary of the mission statement, considering these criteria or these characteristics, right? So then you can see here what are the major policies, values you are going to introduce to your include in your marketing or the company mission statement, right? So then policies normally define how the company will deal with its stakeholders. So how you deal with the stakeholders like internal employees. What are the policies and the limitations you are with the customers, suppliers, maybe the distributors and all the other parties engaged in your business, right? Then it is very important to think about define your competitive space. It is very important. So the industry, product application. So if you are introducing a hospital used equipment, so then that is how it's connect with the application. So it's for which operations. Likewise, your products and the better applications nicely you have to mention in your mission statement. Then again, competence of the company, right? So your employees' competencies, so maybe the knowledge, skills, attitudes, everything you want to highlight in your mission statement. Just people look at the mission statement, they can identify what type of company is it, right? So it's provide maybe sometimes support to enhance your goodwill of the organization, maybe to create good image range of the organization. Not only that, but also you have to specifically tell who are your target customers, which target market you are going to serve. So it is important, right? So then again, vertical scope. What do you mean by vertical scope? It is the number of channel levels from raw material to final product and distributions in which a company will participate doing businesses. So that is vertical scope. It is also, it should be clearly explained whether you are going through your own, you sell your product through your own outlets, or maybe through only the retail outlets, or maybe through the mega supermarkets. Likewise, you have to understand and you have to explain in your mission statement. Not only that, but also your operation area, where the geographical scope you are operating your business. It is also a range of regions, countries, maybe not only domestic, but also the we are operating our business in China, Australia, maybe some companies. If we take example like what is the tea, the different, especially world famous tea. You can remember the name, right? So maybe the Dambro company, they operate in different international locations. So likewise, we need to express our range of business in different countries, groups, and every geographical locations very clearly in our mission statement. If it is domestic only or the national level only, so then you have to explain that. Finally, we want to think about the long-term viewpoint of the vision statement, and always it should be memorable, it should be short, meaningful, and as possible. It is important criteria for developing good mission statement. These are highly concerned by when developing mission statement for your company. If it is not, but remember, it should be short. But it is sometimes people may say our company produce shoes, quality shoes with low prices, with the all people in all range. Likewise, different things. Some are not matched with the first word. So therefore, sometimes more difficulties to understand what's the real picture of the company through the analyzing mission statement. It should reduce and avoid, and try to keep memorable, short, meaningful mission statement. Right. So what is the mission statements you can remember in your organization, and maybe you can understand different mission statements. Mission in university, I think I put here for you to just look at. Right. You can see here. What is it? Prosper lives through education. So a recent mission statement of the USJP, it is developing globally competent citizens through our education for a sustainable future, drawing inspirational from our cultural heritage and wisdom, viable. That's the way. These are the key words we have to keep it our mind, right? So can you change this mission statement to the faculty mission statement under the business unit level? So this mission statement, it's for the entire corporate level mission statement. So then we move into the business levels. Different business levels also develop some business level mission statement. Most of the time there may be some clashes relating to mission statement relating to the business level, and some authors mention it as the strategic intent. Some test books explain we can develop corporate mission, and within the corporate mission we can develop business unit mission or the business level missions, right? So that is the different unsolved questions that we can refer still in the different textbooks, right? Anyway, how can you change? So just you can understand this one, and you can, so now through our education, so then you can put here through management education. So then sustainable future through inspirational from our cultural heritage and wisdom, right? So then it is, you can change to the, because we can't change totally the corporate level mission statement. Once it's moved into the business unit level, so then we can just pay first priority what's the business dealing with that particular section or the business center. So considering that, we can first simply add whatever the business we use or we operate in that particular SBU, right? So that is the business mission, right? Okay. So then once you develop business mission for entire business organization, then your next task is to understand the separate profit centers. So the different, as my previous example, today's mass scale companies or large scale companies not operate single business. So they have sometimes so many businesses, maybe 30 business units or maybe the 100 business units. Likewise, different business units you can see relating to different businesses, right? So therefore, we need to understand different business units relating to that one. If we look at simply, it's to define the company businesses in terms of product viewpoints, so the business viewpoints, so the auto businesses. Take example like auto businesses or clothing businesses, right? So they relating to that one, many market definitions of business, however, describe business as a customer satisfying process, right? So likewise, then you can understand different businesses within the auto businesses, right? Like my previous example, so maybe cars, motorbikes, maybe the trucks, buses, like that. So then all these are the different businesses under the auto businesses, right? So these we can look at as a separate business centers or the different business unit, right? That is we call a separate strategic business unit, right? You can see here. And then we need to define the separate business unit or the strategic business unit. So definition of the different business units, so you can understand relating to these separate businesses from within the strategic or the overall business portfolio, overall investment portfolio. Within the investment portfolio, there may be a different businesses. I think everybody know, most of them know what are the different strategic business unit, because you have already completed strategic management or sometimes management principles. Then you learn what is SBU, right? So therefore, simply you can see the characteristics of the SBUs. What are the different characteristics of the SBUs? It is actually a single profit center, right? It is a single business unit or the collection of related businesses, right? So when we look at business, 2-3 products they produce a small and medium company, so they can they can separate it in as 3 businesses or 4-5 businesses, or maybe sometimes all together, and they can look at it as a one particular business center or the SBU, strategic business unit, right? So therefore, it is a single business. Anyhow, it's a single business or collection of related businesses, right? Maybe sometimes if it is baby care products, right? So baby powders, creams, and everything together, we can look at as a one particular business unit, right? A strategic business unit, and also it has its own set of competitors. Separate business unit has separate competitors, different competitors. We can understand when we differentiate the total business portfolio into a single business unit, right? And also it has a manager responsible for strategic planning and profit performance, who control most of the factors affecting profit. That means there is a manager who is responsible for all activities with that particular single SBU, right? So you can see sometimes, I don't know whether it is correct in the practice, some if we take the Unilever, so sometimes we can see different managers, right? So they give responsibility to different manager, maybe Lux manager, the signal manager. Likewise, we can see the person labeled as the different businesses in their business portfolio, right? So look at that one. So you can understand separate businesses, especially why we need to identify different strategic business unit. So my next discussion question is, why do we need to understand different business units in the business portfolio under the corporate level planning? That is the second activity of corporate level planning. What is the purpose or why we need? Us to identify what is it. Because why? So you are starting with the strategic planning, right? So why we need? We need to develop strategy, right? The purpose of identifying the company strategic business unit is to develop separate strategies and assign appropriate fundings to each business unit. Because if we look at the overall investment or the business portfolio, it is very difficult for us to understand which products or the SBU is taking highly perform, which is weak, which are higher strength, or maybe weak, maybe the profitable one. It is very difficult for company to identify. So therefore, the senior management should know the portfolio of businesses. Usually, they want to understand what is the present situation. And then, without understanding the present situation, they can't develop strategies to keep their business in future time period. So therefore, it is very important to think about and separate and identify different strategic business units, right? Then you can see here, the purpose here, I put that, developing SBUs, because to develop separate strategies and assign appropriate fundings to each SBU. Therefore, to assign resources to each business unit, we need to evaluate their business portfolio. Then there are different portfolio evaluation techniques. You can look at from the financial viewpoint. There may be different business portfolio analysis or investment portfolio analysis. You can understand from different perspectives. Basically, from marketing perspective, we apply two models to evaluate business portfolio, right? So there are two models you can see here to use business portfolio evaluation, right? So the first one is Boston Consulting Group approach. The second one is General Electrical model, right? So this one is also you have to refer, because I right? So this is the two types of evaluation models we can apply in marketing theory perspective, right? So in addition to that, there may be various portfolio analysis techniques and models applied by different disciplines, right? Here, I will pay your attention for BCG growth share metrics. Did you heard about the BCG metrics earlier? Yes or no? Are you here? Hope you are here. Huh? Good. Yes. So how can we use it to evaluate SBU? So if you heard, so what are the key two things we consider in BCG metrics? What are the two things we consider? Two factors or two characteristics, mainly we focus. You can see here, then you can answer. Market share and the growth rate, madam? Very good. Relative market share and the market growth rate, right? So here, again, I would like to tell you market growth rate, they only look at from the market attractiveness part, whether the market is attractive or not, right? So whether your business unit operates in an attractive market. So only that is they look at. So that is one of the limitation that or the weaknesses that we can identify relating to BCG growth metrics, right? Anyhow, simply they focus two aspects. First one is growth rate, right? Market growth rate, right? When we look at the market growth rate, you can see here market growth rate. So if it is move into the 1 or 10%, here they put as 10%. Less than 10%, this theory or the model builders explain as the low market growth rate, right? If it is beyond the 10%, then they mention as the high market growth rate, right? So high market growth rate, normally the market growth rate is 10%. So then that is the cutoff point here. And then above the 10%, they use as high growth rate. Less than 10%, they put as the low growth rate, right? When we move into the another aspects, relative market share, right? Relative market share, which is measured into the latest competitors. So that it's normally they highlights the company's strength, right? Company strength. So if it is highlighted in this line, and then if it is moving to here, maybe 1x, it is mentioned here as 1x. 1x means if we move into this point, our company market share, relative market share is almost equal to the competitors' market, or the next best competitors' market share, right? So that is 1x, right? Beyond 1x, maybe 1.5x, 2x, 4x, maybe 10x means 10 times. Your business is higher than the close competitor, right? So this is analyze the competitor market share when relative to the company market share, right? So then here maybe the 2x means then 2 times your company market share is better than the next best competitors. ඊළඟට ඉන්න හොඳම competitor වඩා maybe its largest competitor වඩා ඔයාගේ company එකේ හොඳයි කියනවා. So therefore go beyond this line. So that is called as the high relative market share. Beyond that level, then that is we put as the model builders put as the low market share, right? When we going through these two aspects, now you can see the 4 areas relating to the 2 aspects, right? So 4 areas, right? So now you can see here. So what it means? So then you can see here BCG metrics normally look at the relative market share and annual growth rate of the market, as well as 2 criteria make investment. It is supposed to make the investment decisions, right? Clarifying SBUs, dogs, SBUs, then 4 types: question mark, stars, cash cow, and dogs. Cash cow and dogs, right? So we can look at here. This will support to understand business potential relating to different categories or the different areas relating to your business SBUs. You can put SBUs. Assume if you have 15 SBUs, right? Maybe 5 SBUs in question mark, right? Maybe the 3 SBUs in star situation. Again, 5, 8, maybe 3 SBUs in cash cow, right? Then 4 SBUs in dog situation, right? So then you can see different locations to put your company businesses considering both three aspects: relative market share versus market growth rate. How far it is attractive? It is highly attractive. Then you can look at the relative market share is very high. Then you can put your first SBU under the star business. Right, but your market share, relative market share is low. It is still question mark. But the future market attractiveness, high demands, you can look at when analyzing that particular SBU. So then you can put your that SBU under the question mark area, right? Likewise, you can put different things. So that is the plot. You can plot at different places by considering these two aspects, right? Right, Kavinder? You are raising hands. So
yes, madam.
Yes.
I have a small question because here we are putting 1x. So it says our market share is very similar to the best or the next competitor, madam.
Yes.
So if we put 2x, where we have to put that, madam? So in the high side or the low side, we have to put that 2x.
Both are in similar way. 1x or 2x.
Yeah, 1x means, ma'am, we have to put it in the middle.
Middle,
so,
yes.
So in the low side, what are the figures that we can put? It means like
it's less than that. So 0.5x, right? 0.5x. Here the point may be 0.2, 0.3x. Likewise, you can fix it according to the model.
Okay,
right?
madam. Okay.
Understand?
Yes, madam. Understood. Thank you so much.
I forget to explain that because it is less than 1. Less than 1 means maybe 0.5x. That means 0.5x times your business is that means your business is weaker or less than the close competitor. Maybe the next best competitor ට වඩා ඔයාගේ business එක 0.5කින් අඩුවෙන් තියෙන්නේ. මේ පැත්තට යනකොට වැඩියෙන් තියෙන්නේ. Right? ඒකයි අපි මේ පැත්ත low කියන්නේ. 0.5x, 0.3x to 0.25x, likewise 0 x here 0, then 0.1x, then 1x, and then 10x. All right? X means the your largest or the next best competitor. එකක් කියනවා සමහර පොත්වල largest competitor ට කියලා කියනවා. සමහර මේ පොත්වල explain කරනවා ඒක next best ඊළඟට ඉන්න හොඳම අපේ competitor ට කියලා කියනවා. ඉතින් then it is simply you can understand relating to high low situations considering these two aspects. Is it clear now?
Yes, madam, it was clear. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right, now you can understand if your company have different SBUs, maybe 15 SBUs, you can plot within that. But again, based on that, there may be 4 strategies we can the model propose. This model propose 4 strategies relating to the BCG metrics. First one explained as build. Build means develop. If you have one particular SBU here, we want to analyze it and understand whether you want to allocate more investment to build that one or develop that one, right? So that is the way we can understand different business. This is 2 descriptive type of metrics we can apply to understand and analyze the business portfolio, right? So then the second one, hold or maintain. That is the second strategy proposed in this particular method related one, right? Harvest. Harvest means so we want to get quick sales, increase sales, so get more profit, generate more profit through selling more. That is the harvest strategy. Divest means the drop that business, it is not profitable, right? These are the 4 strategies, right? So relating to that one, could you please upload today's lecture record in LMS? Okay, no issue, because some students couldn't join due to the power cut. Oh, okay, right. I'll do that. Even I also know power. ask them to bring some, what is that gadget? SLT. If you have SLT one, so then there is a small gadget, I don't know the name. Still I can use it. Maybe 1 hour or 2 hours time period, you can continuously use your internet if you have power failure. තිබුණත් පුළුවන් ඒ නිසා බලන්න. හරි? Anyway, I will upload that one. Don't worry. Right? Okay, thank you. Right. Then, right. So now, what do you think? If you have question mark businesses, SBUs, what strategy you can propose, and you can explain the reasons why you are asking or you are proposing to build or hold or divest that business. Can you assume some SBUs or one SBU in question mark?
And then we have to build question marks.
Yes, we have to build question mark. Why? That is good answer. Right. Why
we have a good growth rate, but
yes,
the relative market share is low. So it means our company strength is low, so we can increase it to a certain level. So therefore, we have to build it.
Yes, then means actually if you have good future demand, if you assume one SBU is here, so your future demand is market is so attractive. That means you have good demand. You can predict that one. But your present relative market share is low when compared to the close competitor, right? The best next best competitor. But you can allocate more money, invest more money to develop that further. So then you can build. So that is one strategy. Assume it is difficult to find the future. Now it is a high growth rate at present. Maybe the reasons like COVID situation. There's a very attractive market. But if it is finished, COVID will finish next year or maybe. So then we don't know what will happen to our business. So at the moment it is very high. But if it is not, so then what can we do? Not always we want to develop that business because we want to analyze it behind the screen, right? So then if it is that, so then sometimes you can hold that business. If your relative market share is okay, then you can hold. Even if today's business is not like fads, just before I explain to you, right? So it's a business, relative market growth. It is so attractive, very high. But the relative market share is very low. It is very difficult to capture the market with keen competition from the competitive space. So what we'll need? Sometimes there may be another strategy you can apply. So remember, there is no ideal strategy you can put here without analyzing these. Even stars. Normally, theory mentioned that it is better to hold. But is it agree? Can we agree? Agree if they have get the maximum potential and the maximum market share. Maybe is the market leader, then they can manage. If there is more further potential to develop that one, then it's not the hold. So otherwise, if we hold our business when it is a lion star situation, so what has happened? So maybe it is very difficult for us to compete with the new competitive comers into the market, right? So therefore, it is very important to grow further. If there is chance, we want to grow further. So therefore, the theory, in theoretical perspective, they mention when you have star business, it is better to hold, right? But when it's moving to the cash cow, what will happen? Cash cow? Cash cow business. So now you can see relative market share. He is the market leader. Now he is the market leader, right? Then again, right? So growth rate, attractiveness, now it is declining. But still it is separating because now he is the market leader. So then they can earn more money. This is the very profitable area that the company gain more sales, more values or more profit here. So therefore, it is better to harvest. At the same time, that is the theory mentioned strategy. But in addition to that, we can see the other strategies. Market share is very high, then we can hold. And then if there is a future market attractiveness or future demand, we can stay here and use more investment to develop it to become a star business again. So there are a lot of strategies you can propose here by looking at the different SBUs relating to these four cells or the key areas, right? If it is dog, then normally many theorists suggest that to divest that one, right? Drop that business. But if the market or totally depend with that image of the brand, maybe the life boy or something that consume that one, right? So then it's moving to that level. So then they can't directly drop that business because their image and the market popularity depend with that product. They can hold. They can think about another strategy. They can move to the niche market. There may be different strategies, right? So next time, your task should be to identify different strategies relating to the BCG metrics. So I put here, then please go through it. This is what the theory mentioned. So that actually theory mentions star business to hold, but I put it not only to hold, but also we can develop if there is any rooms to get more attractive customers and more market share we can gain, right? So that is the way we can think about that. Please go through the strategies relating to the four types of sales in BCG metrics. It will support you to understand that. So again, we will meet again in 26th and 26th. We will have a presentation. Take presentation, and the rest of the time we will discuss this one, right? Okay. If we have more time, you can spend. Then we can complete this section after two lectures, right? Okay. It is enough for the day.
Okay, madam. Thank you so much.
Right? Okay. Any question up to here? I think this is the area that I want to express you under the corporate level planning, because it is important for you to bring as same as to apply under the strategic marketing plan. That is why we are spending a lot of time to discuss this one, right? Okay. I think you understand. If you are not understand, please bring your questions next time. I will upload this part to the LMS as you request. Don't worry. Anything else? After 10:30 we will need to talk, but okay, enough. Not want to pack your memory, but if I can, if I have a time, I will record it and again discuss it with just after you listen it. It will support us to discuss. Okay. Thank you very much. Any question? No question. Next week, Dushan sir will continue. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Good, sir.